We're back with another episode, and joining me today, Jade Turner. How's it going?
Good. How are you, Cody?
I'm doing good. Like we were talking earlier, I'm sweating. It's like 30
Yeah,
degrees here. Like I'm dying, but I'm good otherwise.
that's awesome.
I see you're in your car. You're on the side of the
I
side.
am. I am. I got caught up. I had to stop and grab some stuff. I'm doing shooting the music video for Somehow Someone this weekend, and I had to stop and grab some stuff and just, things happen.
No problem
Now
at
I'm on
all.
the side of the road.
Someone's gonna start honking at you.
Yeah.
All right. So for starters, for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you come from.
Yeah, I'm from Mississippi Cree Nation, which is a little reservation in northern Manitoba. It's like middle of Manitoba, I guess. It's not northern, but it's not southern. It's like right in the middle. It's a drive-through town. I love it. I don't live there currently. I'm living in just outside of Winnipeg now. So, and yeah, I've been singing for a while, and I'm really excited to finally put out some new music since my son has been born. I had to take a little break, but I'm back and I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. And this year's been crazy. When was your son born?
He was born thankfully before the pandemic. So like that first summer, we were able to take him out, and like we went camping a bunch of times and we were running around all over, and then everything got shut down for his first birthday. So he was like at home for both his birthdays.
Oh,
Oh well.
yeah, it happens. So
Yeah.
with I mean, at least things are opening up now. But with COVID, how was things for you? How did you keep? Obviously, the baby kept you busy.
Yeah, I was on mat leave for most of it so far, and then I just got back to work in November. So like I had taken, luckily for me, I was able to take the 18 months of mat leave. Thankfully, because I don't think I would have been able to go back to work in the middle of a pandemic and having to take my son to daycare. I was like really panicky back then. So I was glad I got to stay home until November. And then yeah, he's in a daycare now, and I've been back to work. So I've been working plus doing music and plus being a mom and looking after my house. I live a very busy life right now.
Super busy. What do
It
you?
is.
What would you say was your biggest struggle through quarantine?
I think just being away from family, like I said, my son didn't get to have either of his birthdays yet. That was very hard on me, and Easter and Christmas, and it's just like it's so sad, especially with my family is very very close, and we usually have big gatherings of all my aunts and uncles and cousins, and like especially on Boxing Day, we have extended family coming. Like we usually have like 60 people in the house, and we haven't been able to do that in the last few years. So it's very lonely, and writing wise, it's hard to write because you can't write when you're bored. I don't know. I can't. I have to be right. I write when like I'm really busy and like doing stuff. I don't know why, but maybe because I'm living.
Uh, all the information coming.
Yeah. So like yeah, I wasn't able to write for a while. Like it was really hard. But we're getting to the end of it. I'm very glad that my family mostly stayed safe. So
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
yeah.
What do you think? The one good thing that came from it all.
I think I love, so I used to hate shopping. I absolutely hated it because there's so many people all the time, and then the big lineups. And now it's just like you can go to the mall and get your stuff done right away and leave. It's starting to open up here again. And that's why it was taking long, because I had to wait in line. And I'm like, no. I like that. Really like that much. And then I also just liked being able to spend time with my family, like my son and my husband the most. I think was like the greatest thing.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I want to know more about your story. What inspired you to get into country music? Because I know you did start writing at a young age, correct?
Yes, I started writing. I don't even know when the first time I wrote a song. I remember specifically like the youngest I think was, I don't know, grade 3 or something like that. Grade 3 or 4, I was living in a really, really remote northern community, and I was getting bullied a lot. And I would just go and started skipping school during the week because it was like that bad, where I was like, I'm not even gonna go to school. And I was just a little kid. And I remember taking my watch and I went out I ran into the bush instead of going on the bus. And I just remember humming and writing songs all day. And that's what I did like for like a week, until the school finally phoned my mom and was like, "Where's your kid?" She's like, "What?" But yeah, like I've always wrote country. I've never been able to oh my goodness, see, I told you that was going to
Got
happen.
a phone call?
I've never yeah, I've never been able to write anything else besides country. I don't know why. I've tried and I just can't do it.
Okay. And what was the moment that like you knew that the music is what you wanted to pursue?
I've always known that music was like my biggest thing. Music has always been a big part of my life since I can remember. Like my mom said when I was like, whatever, how old I was, when Dolly Parton's song "Rockin' Chairs, Rockin' Babies" came out, and I was sitting in the back in my high chair or whatever, and just singing away in the car to that song. So it's always been there, but I didn't realize that it could be an actual thing as an Indigenous person, like because I never seen myself, you know, in anybody else. Like I couldn't relate to those people. They didn't look like me.
Right.
They didn't come from places where I came from. So for me, I didn't realize until that I could do this until like my late 20s, to be honest. Like it took a while. Like I've always pursued it. I've always sang in talent shows, and it was always my dream, but to actually realize like, yeah, you can do this. It wasn't until like later on in life.
Okay. Wow.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
Do you have one song that influenced you in your career?
One specific song. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That's a big question. Well, one amazing moment I can remember specifically was Crystal Shawanda, that when she came out, because like I said, I didn't see anybody that looked like me on CMT or anything like that. And I remember seeing her and I'm like, oh my God, finally, like this feels so good. And I seen her at Dauphin Country Fest after that, like that summer. And I went up to her and I just started crying. I didn't think it affected me that much,
uh,
but I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Like, because I knew it was more than just about her. It was about like the whole community. She was lifting the whole community, right? So I guess it would be that "You Can Let Go" song by her would be like my biggest pivotal moment.
okay. Perfect. And
Yeah.
for someone who hasn't heard your music before, how would you describe it to someone like that?
It's not it's a storyteller kind of country music. I try to write from experience and from the heart, and I'm not very good at writing like the I don't know how to explain those country songs that are just all about dancing or all about partying. I'm not that type of country artist. But I do try and write like fun songs, obviously. And like I have a really wide range of country songs, if that makes sense. Like there's so many different kinds of country I find.
For sure.
So like I have a song called Mr. Miserable, and it's so funny, but it's more of a traditional country song. And that song's like, I wrote that song because I was mad at a coworker. I'm not even lying. So it's like, I got to get rid of this like energy. So I wrote Mr. Miserable. And then I have like a song called Worth that's like very inspiring. And it was meant to inspire people that just didn't know how important they are in other people's lives, and like they just needed to hear that they are worthy. So I have like a wide range of songs. I know I try to write, and I try to when I write, I try to imagine somebody else and how they're gonna feel. Like I try to get feelings out of people. So
Okay, perfect. All right, let's talk music. You're single.
all right.
Somehow, someone, tell us about it and how it all came together.
Yeah, so I was sitting on my couch. My baby was about 6 months old. And like I said, I had a really hard time writing during the pandemic. And I was like exhausted before that because of my son. So I was like, oh my goodness, like I didn't write for so long. And I was like, I just wish I could just write a song. And then later on that day, I was sitting on the couch, my baby was sleeping, and I just started getting like a little the chorus in my head. I write differently than most people. I don't play any instruments. I don't play any guitars or anything like that. So like what comes out of my head is like usually a melody first, and then lyrics, and then everything else I follow up with my producer Murray Palver. I go to him and just sing him the songs, and we figure out the rest. So that song came pretty much out of the blue. I didn't sit down and say like I'm gonna write a song today, because I'm not that kind of writer. I'm trying writing exercises coming up right away. But usually they just come literally out of nowhere. And usually it's like me asking, I guess, the world, like the universe, for a song, and they give it to me. It's all about the energies, I guess. I don't know. It's so funny. But yeah, this is a great song. And it's a song that like, there's a song out there for everything you're feeling. It, for some reason, you always hear a song that you can relate to. And I feel like that it just shows that creators out there, and he has your back, and he shows that way through song, or, through anything really. But I love music, and music is healing. So that was my way of looking at it.
Okay, perfect. And I know you have a little writer's block every now and then, but where do you find most of your inspiration when you're on a roll with writing?
A lot of times it's usually when I'm at work. It's so funny because I'm busy, and there's nothing going on in my head besides what's going on like in front of me, and I start humming usually.
Yeah.
Like it just happens naturally. Like I just all of a sudden start humming. I don't know why I do that. I don't know when it started, but that's usually when I start writing my songs. Like I'll just get a little tune in my head, and then I roll with it, and I put it into my phone as a voice note, and then I deal with it again, like, later on that evening, or sometimes it just comes out all at once. A lot of times I write when I drive as well. So I have to like pull over and again, voice notes. There's so many voice notes in my phone.
Voice notes, interviews on the side of the road.
Yeah. The good old highway. I just like love my car.
Okay. Okay. So what's been the best advice that you've been given in your career up to this point?
Just to keep working. Nothing happens overnight, and you got to just find people that are like-minded and people that will support you. I have a really good friend, a couple of really good friends in the music business that we talk to each other all the time and help each other out all the time, for different things like social media or whatever, and it's just to keep going and keep pushing forward.
Okay, perfect. All right. With your single, everything else, you have any shows lined up this summer that you're able to announce?
I do. Oh, I'm so excited. Like I do have a couple shows that are going to be happening in around Winnipeg, outdoor ones at the end of August, and then another one in Calgary in September. I can't announce what they're for yet, but they are coming, and I'm so excited.
Yeah,
like seriously so excited.
Get back out there and
yes.
Yeah, just to see more people.
I know. Yeah. It's going to be weird, I think, at first, just to be like in public places and like,
hug, do you?
Yeah. Just like fist pump.
Like, what is it now? Like,
I don't even know.
Like, I don't know still.
Yeah. Just a head nod.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. Winking the gun.
All right.
That was always good.
It's always all right. So with the release of your single, with those upcoming shows, what else is next for you?
I'm hoping I'm going to release a new either EP or album in the fall. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to save some songs for the next project. I'm already thinking about the next project. I was thinking about it for a while. So, but yeah, I do have something coming out in the fall. I'm really excited for that. And a music video for Somehow Someone. We're recording it this week. So that's coming out in a few weeks. I'm super excited. And yeah, there's just, I'm just going to keep on going.
Perfect. Awesome. Where are you shooting the music video?
We're shooting it a few different places in Manitoba. We have a couple. We have to do it in the evening because it's going to be so hot. So I know we're going out to Spirit Sands for a part of it, and another part I think we're doing in either the White Shell or Birds Hill Park. I'm not even sure. It's all outside, and it's going to be really, really hot.
You're gonna be sweating.
I know. I'm gonna like buy a portable fan, I think, just like for in between takes because it's gonna be hot.
You should just include some water scenes, just cause
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Last thing, for those who don't know, tell us where we can find you on social media.
I love Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram at Jade Turner Music, or also TikTok I really like, but I don't sing on there. I'm mostly just a fool on there. But it's fun. It's a nice break. And that one's It's Jade's TikTok.
Okay. Perfect. All right, guys, go grab her new single, Somehow, Someone. And Jade, thanks for taking the time, pulling over.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Cody. It was
absolutely great. And let's stay in touch. I'm in Edmonton, but I'm in Calgary all the time, so maybe I'll catch you for your show down there or something.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be great.
Awesome. We'll keep in touch and
enjoy
the rest of the day.
You too.
All right.